everybody.
Good afternoon.
Katie and Olivia here.
Coming at you a little late. Surprise, surprise.
It's the life of a real estate agent.
It is. Text,
people
calls,
in the door,
coming in.
negotiations, urgency everywhere.
Everywhere. Everything needed taken care of yesterday.
Yes, although Larry says that if people pay their mortgages the way we go live on time. Did you hear him say that?
No. Larry comment.
Yes, Larry says that if people pay their mortgages the way we go live on time, that they will be in foreclosure.
Oh, Larry.
Which is our topic for the day, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, so we were struggling with our little phrase there, but if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then most likely it's a duck. And our point on that was kind of going with, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
If a house is for sale for $40,000 and it has 1,800 square feet
and a garage,
and there's something you might need to know.
Probably a little too good to be true.
Yes, very much so. So that's our lead into foreclosures.
And not that they're bad. We're going to give you guys a lot of positives
they're actually
foreclosures.
Great.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah, good information.
Yeah. Yes. So I think most of you know foreclosures start with late payments, banks repoing, and then typically what happens is they go to the courthouse steps and people can bid on it and buy it at courthouse steps. But it seems that a lot of times there's a guarantee, there's a mortgage company or the bank will buy it at the courthouse steps and then put it back on the market. And then that's when you'll see Chase foreclosures or Fannie Mae foreclosures or HUD foreclosures or First Interstate Bank foreclosures or whatever they are that you might see out there on the market.
They actually got foreclosed on, and then now the bank owns the property again.
Yes, so you're not dealing with the people, so there's no emotion, there's no bitterness, and what's really great about foreclosures is sometimes we see it before you do, and we see it before the junk is out and before they're not nasty and gross, like the roast house.
I think we've shared this. Yeah, we've shared.
We'll
have to go back to that. There were some before. I know you posted them, I think, some before and after.
Yes.
But I mean, literally, yes, a roast was left in the sink for God knows how many months.
I think.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
I think it was so petrified it didn't even smell.
Oh, it smelled. It was horrible.
No, I think other things smelled.
It was
Come
horrible.
on, that whole house didn't smell.
The roast wasn't the cats, the mice, the rodents.
Yes, the poop.
The piles of garbage. That could have been the smell over the poor roast.
Yeah, I feel like the roast was so petrified it was beyond.
True. Very
it was a cooked roast.
Very true.
Wasn't it?
It was raw. Roast? It was like laid out to thaw.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you're not good.
So nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that.
That's the fun. So yes, and that's what's nice is buyers. Luckily, when you see the foreclosures, they're empty.
So you don't see the one in Lander with the piles of poop.
Yeah, that was awful.
You don't see that. Okay, I said I digress. I'll stop. I can't help it. So, but then we also thought it was important to know there is a difference between relocations.
Yes.
Sometimes people get confused. All these acronyms: relo, repo, short sale, relocation, HUD house, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Repo, everything. Anyways, so the foreclosures come on, they have been repoed, and then they're on the market, usually as a foreclosure, we call it. A lot of times we were with HUD and WCDA and some of those different banks, so sometimes they'll just be underneath the bank name. The difference between that and a short sale is a short sale is when the owner still owns it and asks the bank to take less so that they can sell it instead of getting a foreclosure. And a foreclosure is where the bank has pretty much already taken a loss and they're just trying to salvage whatever they can. So, and then relo, the people actually have a company behind them. They probably got moved with a job and they're relocating, and then the relo company buys it, and that's who you're buying from at that time instead of the actual owner that lived there, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference of those.
I think something to add on all of those, a lot of people I think misunderstand, and they are all different, and we'll get into that a little more too. But if they're listed for $100,000, every single one of those, whether it's a short sale, relocation, all of them, they know what the current market value is.
Oh yeah.
So they have appraisals, they have market analysis, they have all sorts of data to know, and of course, any of those companies, banks, they're going to want their money back, what the value is. So if it's listed for $100,000, you're not going to get it for 25 just because it's a relocation property
Right.
or a foreclosure
I
property
think
or a
TV is
short
part of the
sale.
problem with that people
Totally.
have that perception.
Yeah.
And you can get good deals because
Absolutely.
they also don't want to hold and hold and hold. And so if the house is just super ugly, and even though it might be worth that $100,000 Katie said, if it's taking too long to sell, they will start to reduce even though they know the value's there. But they aren't, you're not going to write that crazy low ball and be like, woohoo, I stole the house.
Yeah, it definitely is watching them, getting those reductions, seeing that go down, because they do know the values there. So I think that's important.
Yes.
For a lot of people to know.
Yes. And then we also, speaking of weird, important things for people to know, is sometimes you'll see them pop up on Zillow.
Zillow.
Or random weird sites that I can't even name off.
Yep.
Like people will be like, oh, I saw this foreclosure on
Even like auction.com.
Joe
I think will
Schmo's
sometimes
site.
list them
Yes.
before they're even really
before
foreclosed
they've even
on,
been to the
or,
bank, which is crazy.
Yep.
Or been to the courthouse or any of that. Sometimes when you see them on those sites, it's not always reputable. So you want to make sure, call us. Even if you're not working with us, call us and we'll tell you if we've even heard of the site,
Yep.
if it looks legit or if it's not legit. But most of those are going to end up being listed with a real estate agent in town. And different agents have contracts with different companies. So like we said, we do the HUD homes. We do a lot of WCDA homes. Katie does a lot of Chase foreclosures. And then there's other ones that different agencies work with as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely watch those. And some of them even seem funky and weird that aren't as funky and weird. Or maybe they're funky and weird, but they're still legit.
Yeah, like auction.com is what we've talked about. And we've helped people through those, but they're tough. They're not normal. They don't communicate with us. It's online. I mean, you're having to give them a credit card to even bid, like putting a hold for $2,500. There's a lot of kind of
Weirdness
scary,
there.
not normal things. You
But
want to
we've
make
done
sure
it.
you're educated.
So you gotta be, but you need to be prepared that it's not normal,
Yeah.
not typical,
Well,
that
then
sort of thing.
HUD's another one that's hard. They'll be really scammy. There's a lot of fake HUD sites out there
Yes,
that people
yeah.
will sign up to get info on HUD homes,
Yeah.
and they're not even properties here, around here, listed, anything at all
They'll be
that
all
we'll
over
get
the
calls on.
place and just random.
Yeah, so
things
definitely make
that-
sure you're checking your facts on those and getting
Yeah.
all the information you need.
I don't know why there's so many scams around that, but there just are.
I think it's just
Because everybody's going to get a good deal.
I think
so
that's
there's-
it. People
so
are
somebody's
into
going to
it.
scam you
Yep.
because you tried to get a good deal.
Yep, truly, it's kind of crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff to know. We talked about some of the different types of foreclosures, the HUD, whatever. Another one that we had made in our notes that we didn't mention is RD.
Yep.
So RD a lot of times will do auctions, but not like auction.com auctions, or they'll do an open listing, which means that any agent in that area that has worked with them or agreed to work with them can sell it or market it or whatnot. So they do some different ways there. So if you see a sign like that, it's just always good to call the agent and say,
Yep.
hey, what's up? What can we do with this? What are our options? So that you can get that information.
Yeah, and I think that all just kind of circles around. Ask somebody, get informed. Feel free to call your agent, call us, call whoever, just to even
And
confirm
make sure your
that they're
agent knows
legit.
about foreclosures too.
Yeah, that's huge. We've talked a lot about that. They're different. They are so different. There's different addendums. There's different contracts you're signing. There's different processes. Inspections can be weird. Sometimes you can't even turn the utilities on.
Sometimes you can.
Sometimes you can. Sometimes the bank will
Sometimes
repair
you can turn on
things.
some things.
Sometimes they won't. Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot that can even, your money, I mean, sometimes earnest can't be returned. If you're an investor on HUD properties, they don't return your earnest even if you find issues.
Which is all fine and dandy if you
If
go
you
into
know.
it knowing.
Yep.
But like we've seen buyers come into some of our foreclosures where they were totally apparently misinformed because they thought they were going to turn on water and do inspections, or that they were going to do a standard FHA loan on a house that didn't allow the water to be turned on, which won't work because the appraiser is going to require that water on to show that you can live in the house. And so there's just so many situations like that where you just want to make sure you ask the right questions and that you get with a real estate agent who's going to guide you through all that craziness. And like Katie and I pretty much always tell people, if you're buying a foreclosure, plan for frozen pipes. Yep, it says it was winterized in September and all should be well, but we don't know when the owner left, when the bank took over, who winterized it, if they sucked or they didn't suck or whatever. And so if you get one that doesn't have frozen pipes, you celebrate. because you planned for frozen pipes. But if you don't plan for frozen pipes, then that sucks.
We
That's
mainly just
expensive.
don't want you calling us super sad crying because there's water coming through your light fixtures in the basement because you didn't realize you could have frozen
That would
pipes.
be really, really bad. That would suck.
But yeah, there's just
Yeah.
a lot to them. So definitely make sure your agents are knowledgeable and you're, like Olivia said, asking those questions and just and realizing they're different. Being patient, communicating, and not just jumping in.
Yeah. And if
Doing
you
your
ever
research.
have foreclosure questions, you can call us. We can try to get the information to you. What's interesting is even like Fannie Mae is different than HUD. And so a lot of times when I do a Fannie Mae, I have to go back and re-review all of their paperwork to remember which ones of the rules are theirs, or to make sure they haven't changed anything since the last time I did one.
Yep.
And like HUD, we submit online.
Yep. They're bids,
Some-
and then now they've gone to digital signatures.
Yeah.
Before we had to overnight them. There's a
Yeah,
lot to
so there's just lots of things that change, and so you just want to make sure you get all that together and that you're prepared for the ups and downs and the unknowns.
And just realizing that they're a different ballgame. Truly, they can be a great deal. You can get awesome deals. You can do flips. It could be a great way to get into a first home, or do some sweat equity that everybody wants to be doing on them. But just knowing that it may not always just be paint and flooring. And even if that is all it needs, sometimes those banks will kind of tie your hands just because they won't allow for the utilities or things like that to be on.
Even though it seems like it should be a little thing, they're not going to let you do it, and they're not going to do it, and your appraiser's going to make you do it. So just stuff to know, but don't be discouraged, because it's a great thing to do if you're prepared.
Yeah.
So
Definitely let us know if you guys have questions. We really love foreclosures, actually. It's kind of fun, the knowledge on them, and almost the black and whiteness of it is what it is. You're not
No
going to hurt
feelings.
feelings. Yeah.
No feelings.
Yeah, no feelings. Those things. Who needs those? But definitely let us know, guys, if you have questions, want to see any, even maybe want to be on our list, because we do list quite a few foreclosures.
Oh, definitely.
We'd be happy to kind of let you know when things are coming on if
on the
that's
market.
an avenue that might interest you.
Yes.
So let us know anything we can do to help.
Thanks
guys.
Have a great day.